Kidd Kraddick in the morning.
The Showbiz Top 5.
Hey, this is Kellie Rasberry with your Showbiz Top 5 for Wednesday. It's July the 22nd. Now, it's been 4 years since VH1 gave us their Divas special, so they are back, and they've announced 4 divas performing. If you consider them divas, it's not a matter of whether or not, we were talking about on the show today, we're not saying these women aren't talented, but have they really achieved diva status at this point in their career? I guess the one we decided was closest to it was Kelly Clarkson. She's had quite a few hits under her belt. Then you've got Leona Lewis, and then Adele and Miley Cyrus. Diva status, I guess that's debatable. But you can decide for yourself based upon their performances when the show airs September 17th, live from Brooklyn. Now, you may or may not have heard about this scandal with Erin Andrews. She's a hot blonde reporter for ESPN. And apparently somebody rigged a camera. They were filming her through the peephole of her hotel room, and she's walking around naked. And they posted those videos on the internet on this French website. And now ESPN, they are furious and freaked out about it. She is obviously upset. And they've launched a full-scale investigation to try to find out who did this. And it looks at this point like it's probably a coworker of hers, because there have been a series of like 7 videos that date back to February. So it's someone that knows her schedule, travels with her perhaps. So it looks like they're zeroing in on the person. And when they do find them, they will file criminal charges and civil lawsuits. Now, just last week, Lindsay Lohan was standing outside Samantha Ronson's house, banging on the door, begging to be let in, while paparazzi snapping away and laughing at her. That's just mean. And then here we are a week later, and we've got the same scenario pretty much. They apparently had a huge fight. Samantha threw Lindsay's clothes out into the street. So she's out scrambling around, picking up her things, again, while paparazzi are taking pictures, pointing, and laughing. I'm just really worried about Lindsay's mental state, because the paparazzi can be pretty relentless. Now, we're hearing now that the reason Tony Romo dumped Jessica Simpson was because she was pressuring him to put a ring on it. She was ready to get married. They've dated 2 years. I guess she figured, you know, if you're going to be with me for the long term, let's make it permanent. And he balked at that idea. That's the rumor du jour. Now, unlike some people who sit around and stuff their face with comfort food and gain 10 pounds, they're going to now try to go to yoga class and work off. She's decided to, start working out with a vengeance. But is it on purpose that she's working out with John Mayer's trainer, Harley Pasternak? Now, granted, he does train a lot of celebrities. He's the guy that created the 5-factor diet, but it seems like there are other celebrity trainers out there she could have picked than her ex-boyfriends. And then finally, Eddie Cibrian, his wife has finally dumped him. Now, he had the affair with Leanne Rimes that was exposed when Us Magazine posted that video of the two of them sucking each other's fingers in a restaurant. Now, at the time, his wife, Brandi Glanville, stood by her man, but it turns out that Eddie and Leanne have been seeing each other as recently as last week, and she has finally had enough. And to add insult to injury, it turns out he's also been seeing another woman, some 24-year-old model. So it gets uglier and uglier. She is not taking the, please respect our privacy route. She issued a statement to Us Weekly saying that she's doing what's best for our children, and that Eddie and Leanne deserve each other. We'll see how this one plays out. It looks like it's going to play out in Us Magazine. And that's your Showbiz Top 5 for Wednesday.